Here is a little baby bump date for you. Definitely a lot bigger. Ooh. Oh my God, so much has changed. Welcome to my second trimester update check-in. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still pregnant. If you're not subscribed, if you don't have your notifications turned on, then you might have missed that I've been very on top of keeping you guys updated. I did my first trimester check-in and I did a 20-week halfway through pregnancy check-in. I thought it would be cute if I wore the same outfit I wore in my first trimester update so we could see some of the changes. I am way more out of breath. My boobs have gotten even bigger. I have a new bed frame. Did anyone notice? I feel like no one noticed. I think I was 14 weeks when I filmed the check-in. I am 28 weeks now. Should we do a bump date? Here is a little baby bump date for you. Definitely a lot bigger. Ooh. But guys, I cannot believe how much has changed. Like, I remember, okay, I took this photo when I was like, oh my God, like I'm kind of getting a bump. I think it was at the very beginning of my second trimester. And then like the most recent bump photo I took is just, it's so different. And it's so funny to think like how the little changes seem so big at first. And now I'm just like, and I'm sure I'm gonna get bigger. I feel like the start of the second trimester was just like, I had no idea what to expect and I started to feel so much better and I didn't have morning sickness. I didn't have an all day like haze and tiredness over me. I was so positive. I was so ready to conquer the world. I was doing the nursery. We were planning the baby shower. I was starting my hospital bag. Like I was doing stuff so early. And honestly, I'm so glad I started everything early because it's so hard to get anything done. Right now, we are 1 month into the safe at home order. I have not left my house in a month. I'll get to that in a little bit. I don't want to be like negative or anything, but I do want to, it's happening during this pregnancy and I want to share how it's impacting this pregnancy because it is a lot. Let's first hop into some of the fun things, the fun changes, the big changes. Like the boobs. I feel like I got my boobs in the first trimester. I didn't like get them done. I just like suddenly had them for the first time in my life. I was usually like a 32B on like a good day. And then I went straight to like a 32D. And I'd say maybe I'm like a double D. I haven't bought a new bra. I'm like, why even try? I'm sure when my milk comes in, it's going to be a whole new experience. I'm still like kind of confused on what size nursing bra I need to buy for after birth. We'll see. Let's talk about weight gain. I don't typically talk about like numbers on my page just because I don't want it to put like unhealthy expectations into someone else because what my weight looks like on someone else or what that means to them, it could be totally different. This was like just, I don't know. I feel like weight is such a sensitive subject, but I've always been very slight. Like I didn't even break into 100 pounds until I was in high school, I think my sophomore year. And in the past decade from high school, I've been like 102 to like 105 was pretty normal. I'd fluctuate between there. Sometimes I'd go a little bit over or a little bit under. But I think when I got pregnant, I was 104. In trimester 1, I gained 8 pounds. And I think I just have to owe that to the fact that even though I had morning sickness, I didn't really get to the point of throwing up too often. So I was able to keep most of the food down I was eating. And the only way I could like combat my morning sickness was to always be full. I know a lot of people can go like under their normal weight during the first trimester because they're so sick. So that can really fluctuate. But in the second trimester, I went from 112 to like 130, I think I am now. So what is that? I think I've gained 18 pounds in the second trimester. I still think I fall into like the healthy category. I think that's like in the upper normal limits. Honestly, I'm not too concerned with the weight gain during pregnancy. I feel like my body's going through so much, and we'll figure out my new normal after I give birth. I'm obviously trying to be healthy, eat healthy during the first trimester, but I'm really craving just like brownies and cinnamon rolls and like things that cereal, like I've never been someone to eat cereal. That may seem normal to you, but just like bready carb things was never my jam. I did take my gestational diabetes test during the second trimester. I think that was like 2 weeks ago. I was a little nervous because I've been eating a lot of sweets. It's just my craving. And I passed it, thankfully. I think I was like pretty far under, so we're looking good. Before I forget, literally every time I filmed one of these updates, I forgot to mention the app I use to track everything. So I just used the What to Expect app. Right now, baby is a head of lettuce. I love this app. It's just nice to kind of like gauge how big the baby is. I check it maybe like once or twice a week. In the beginning, I was checking like multiple times a day. I was like going ahead. I was trying to like figure out what was going to happen. Now I'm kind of like, oh, I haven't even read what the symptoms say. Stuffy nose, have that. Bleeding gums, have that. I started suffering with pregnancy gingivitis near the tail end, like the very end of the second trimester. I thought I was totally fine. My mom had pregnancy gingivitis, so I took really good care of my teeth. And then out of nowhere, I developed it's gonna sound scary, a pregnancy tumor. You can Google it. It's from pregnancy gingivitis. And it's just like a little swollen tumor lump in between my two back molars. It's really uncomfortable. It just kind of feels like a really sucky canker sore. There's not much I can do about it right now. I've had a dentist do like an emergency check-in and look on it. It's not infected, so we're good in that area. It tends to go away after pregnancy. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. It happens in about 5% of pregnant people, and I just happen to be some of the lucky 5%. Some of the other things I wrote down, 21 to 22 weeks is when I felt like I popped, and this is also when I felt like obvious kicks, which I feel like it's a little bit early. I think I felt them a little bit earlier, but it was so faint. Actually, you know what? I remember talking about this when I did my 20-week halfway check-in, so I definitely was feeling them then. You can go back and watch it. I think I had like a better, more authentic first reaction to the kicks. Now I'm just kind of used to it. Now they're up to my ribs. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, it's still like the most beautiful, glorious thing ever. Crazy experience to feel your baby kicking inside of you. But when it's like your ribs, or like, I think I have this one like ovary that's just sensitive, and like when that gets kicked, it's like a sharp pain. Other than that, it's not painful. I do have a long list of like a breakdown of symptoms week by week. I feel like it might be a little redundant because I did go over them in my 20-week update, so I'm just going to throw those in the video description if you're curious. Next, I wrote 23 weeks, and then on is when the safer at home order, the pandemic, I mean, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, started. So I guess I've been home for over 5 weeks. Personally, I feel high risk because I am pregnant. I know that they say pregnant women aren't more susceptible to get it, so they're not like classified. But I've also heard pregnant women being called high risk. So I've been staying home. I haven't been going to the grocery store. I actually have an appointment tomorrow with my doctor that I have to go to. Because I am B negative blood type, I actually have to get a special shot. I think like, again, it's something like 5% of people have my blood type, and we have to get a RhoGAM shot. It's not that serious, but it's necessary. If I don't get it and the baby has positive blood, my body will see it as like a virus or a threat and attack. So we don't want that. So I did get an update from my OBGYN. I'll post it here. This is just the precautions that my office is taking. And yeah, as you can see, some stuff has changed. Like, I'll have to be alone. And that sucks. Like, my mother-in-law was going to start coming to my ultrasounds. with my husband, and now it's weird. It's weird that I have to experience this all by myself. And going on from here, I don't quite know what this means for my hospital, for delivery. As of now, I know that Cody can be in the room. I can only have one person. He gets checked when he comes in, so do I. And then they were allowing him to come in and out. Say if we had like a hospital bag in the car, or we put blankets and pillows in the car and we didn't know if we wanted to bring him in. They're not allowing ins and outs anymore. So hospital bag packing has changed. I'm kind of bringing a lot now because I'm scared that no one can bring me anything. If, say, I only have one outfit and the baby spits up on it, I can't ask for a second outfit. I have to wear baby throw up. And then little things have changed. Like I had started prenatal yoga in the second trimester and I was really loving it so much that I actually prepaid for classes throughout my pregnancy. And I don't know what that means for my classes, how that's gonna work out. I'm trying to not get stressed out about stuff like that, but I mean, I definitely have cut my physical activity down to the bare minimum. I mean, I was still going to the gym, I was doing the prenatal classes, I was going on walks with the dogs, and now I do like walks with the dogs. I don't know when I'm gonna leave the house again because I have a feeling when I deliver, things are going to either be worse or better. If they're better and it's like ending, I don't think bringing like a newborn out and about right when people are allowed to go outside is the best idea. So I'm just gonna prepare to like hunker down until 2021. I do see in a lot of these updates, people will do like their must-haves or essentials, and I didn't complicate things. My must-haves and essentials are the exact same from my first trimester update. Like that was really all I needed. Other than clothes, obviously, I did get those throughout, but I just posted a whole video about my pregnancy, like maternity hacks and style and bump tips and tricks. I don't think there's anything I could say or show you that wasn't in that video, so I'll put that in the video description as well. And I think that's pretty much it for the second trimester. This has been an abnormal second trimester. This has been an abnormal time for everybody, to say the least. I hope that you are safe. I hope that you are staying positive, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! Maybe.
There, that's a good one. We did it.